Does this dress make me look fat? Written by Firegazer the Alchemist. Applejack lazily flipped through one of the many fashion magazines Rarity kept in the waiting room of Carousel Boutique. She wasn't paying attention to it in the slightest. In fact, the only reason she picked it up was to have something to do to pass the time rather than give in to mind-numbing boredom. Her eyes lazily glazed over the colorful images of what was apparently in this fashion season as she reclined further into Rarity's couch. It made sense that her marefriend always chose this particular couch to feign on when she was being dramatic. It was really comfortable. Feeling impatient, Applejack glanced over to the changing room several feet away. She could just see the top of Rarity's mane as she forced herself into whatever extravagant outfit she was trying on this time.
Are you almost finished?
Applejack asked, glancing toward the clock on the wall. The hour hand was getting dangerously close to the number 7.
Our reservation is in 5 minutes.
She heard an indignant huff.
I will be ready soon, Applejack. However, your constant interruptions only serve to delay me.
Applejack rolled her eyes doubtfully.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm finished anyway.
The doors to the changing room swung open, and out strutted Rarity. Applejack found her jaw sliding open as she sat up and watched her marefriend walk out. The outfit Rarity had finally settled was actually quite stunning. Pink and magenta fabrics complemented each other just right, while a thin layer of blue frills ran along the hem of the dress. Deep purple sleeves with just a hint of glitter snaked up Rarity's forelegs and matched her coiffed, styled mane quite nicely. Sure, it bulged in the back a little, but it was still amazing. Just looking at her made Applejack feel somewhat naked, in spite of her hat.
What do you think?
Applejack blinked once before responding.
Huh?
Rarity smiled teasingly.
Put your tongue back in your mouth, darling.
Sorry, but... Wow, you look great, Rares.
Rarity's brow knitted together with slight disgruntlement.
I don't know.
She turned suddenly to face the mirror, adjusting the chest of the dress. With a new angle, Applejack could see that the bulge from earlier was a lot bigger than she previously thought. It practically made Rarity's butt look massive, and she forced back a giggle at the thought.
I feel like it isn't right.
What do you mean it ain't right? You made it, so it must be perfect.
Rarity's lips folded into a faint smile.
Thank you, darling. But it just isn't right. I can't quite place it.
Rares, you look fantastic. Besides...
Applejack's eyes flicked over to the clock just in time to see the minute hand click forward.
We really gotta go.
Rarity's teeth clenched together and she sighed.
I don't know. I feel like this dress isn't the one.
Rarity, we're going to dinner. It ain't that big of a deal.
How dare you say something so blasphemous, Applejack? It's our 3-month anniversary! Of course it's a big deal!
Not really.
Applejack had never seen the point of any anniversary aside from yearly ones. But it was important to Rarity, so by default, it had to mean something to her.
I'm sorry.
You're forgiven. Now if only I could figure out why this dress doesn't feel right.
She gave a full spin in the mirror, and her face showed her momentary shock when she noticed the bulge.
Applejack? Does this dress make me look fat?
The question took a moment for her to process. When it finally did reach her brain, Applejack felt her pupils shrink and her face pale. She gulped hesitantly.
Oh no.
Rarity cocked her head.
Applejack?
The word never reached her. Instead, Applejack was dealing with several thoughts of what to do. So much internal conflict bubbled to the forefront of her mind that she was forced to shut down all unnecessary functions to confront the problem.
I have to tell her the truth. I always tell the truth. This should be no exception.
She glanced at the bulge, which seemed to be even larger now, if that was possible.
Except for the fact that Rarity would hate me for saying that. Oh, Celestia, I can't tell her she looks fat. It would be a disaster. And we're already late enough as it is.
As if to drive that point home, the minute hand on the clock inched forward again.
Concern it! Maybe I should lie. Just this once. Ain't nothing wrong with a white lie. Right? But what if somebody brings it up while we're eating dinner? She'll be humiliated in public and hate me!
Applejack, darling, are you alright?
Rarity took a few steps towards her.
What can I say? She won't appreciate me weaseling around the question. In fact, it might just make her angrier. What if I don't say anything? Would that work?
The minute hand ticked forward as Rarity's hoof hit the floor. She was almost to Applejack, her face a mixture of concern and puzzlement. Knowing she would have to speak soon, Applejack's brain became desperate.
Maybe she won't care about my opinion. After all, she's never come to me for fashion advice in the first place. I don't know a dang thing about it. But she did ask now, so that means I'm screwed!
Rarity reached Applejack and gingerly shook her.
Applejack, see something? Are you okay? Answer me!
Answer you? I wish I could, Rares. I'm just afraid of what I might say. Celestia, what can I do?
After realizing she hadn't blinked or breathed in a while, Applejack suddenly came out of her thoughts. Her eyelids fluttered between closed and open for a while, and she inhaled heavily. Rarity could now clearly see that Applejack wasn't in a vegetative state, and her expression dictated that she get an answer soon. Applejack released her breath in a sigh. With absolutely no plan whatsoever, she decided she had to tell the truth. Morphing her face into a preemptive cringe, she spoke.
You look just a mite big around the hindquarters, Rares.
The first thing Applejack heard was a thud as Rarity's jaw hit the floor. Her marefriend whirled around to check her reflection in the mirror. Her planet-sized rear end shoved in Applejack's field of vision as she did so, and she let out a panicky cry when she saw herself.
Ah! Oh, my Celestia! You're right!
Applejack prepared her face to be slapped, repeatedly. Instead, Rarity began hyperventilating.
Oh, of the worst things that can happen, this is the worst possible thing!
She prepared herself to faint, even getting as far as putting her hoof to her forehead, before she paused. With her free hoof, she shooed Applejack off of the couch. Obliging, Applejack moved and watched as Rarity tossed herself onto her fainting couch overdramatically and sobbed. It took a second for Applejack to realize that she should be comforting Rarity right now. Sitting on the edge of the couch, not swallowed by the massive dress, Applejack wrapped a comforting hoof around Rarity's shoulder.
There, Rares.
Applejack awkwardly patted Rarity's shoulder.
It's not the end of the world.
Yes, it is! This is a travesty! A disaster!
Completely minor problem that shouldn't bother you. Who cares if your dress makes your rump look bigger than Rainbow Dash's ego? I sure don't.
Rarity sat up, the fabric of her dress rustling slightly as it moved against the couch's felt.
I know you don't care about appearances, Applejack, but I do! This is an imperfection, and I can't tolerate that. Not tonight. I wanted this night to be perfect. We've been together for 3 months now. It's It's a milestone I wasn't sure we'd meet.
Did you think I'd screw it all up?
No. I thought I would. I really thought I'd say or do something by now to ruin everything.
Same here. In fact, I was so scared that I almost didn't tell you about the fat thing, 'cause I thought you hate me for it.
Her eyes widened.
You mean you almost lied to make me feel better? You almost lied?
Applejack offered a weak grin.
I only considered it for a little while. But yeah.
That's sweet, Applejack.
Rarity nestled her head on Applejack's shoulder.
But you shouldn't ever feel the need to lie to me. I value your opinion. Even if your opinion is that I'm fat.
You're not fat, Rarity. The dress is.
Yes, I know. I really should have put something else on. This whole fiasco has probably made us late.
Applejack glanced at the clock, which now read a few minutes after 7. Undoubtedly, the restaurant would give away their table before they arrived, even if they left right now.
Yeah, but it's okay.
She thought for a moment.
You know we can always just grab a bite to eat at the Hayburger.
Rarity looked at her.
You wish to spend our 3-month anniversary eating fast food?
She indicated her absurdly formal outfit.
While I'm dressed like this?
Yeah?
Rarity thought about it for a moment and smiled.
All right, I suppose it doesn't matter what we do, as long as we do it together.
Applejack hopped up from the couch, shortly followed by Rarity.
Great, so come on then. Get your fat link out the door.
Rarity scowled at her. Cringing, Applejack bit her lip.
What, too soon?
Without answering, Rarity turned with a harumph towards the door and began walking. Applejack ran to catch up with her.
Dang it, Rares, I'm sorry! Alright. Does this dress make me look fat? Yes, it does. But it's okay, because I like thick women with that ass. Oh my god! Our reservation is in 5 minutes. Like, not 10, not an extra 25, like 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. How the fuck do I know Spanish? I don't fucking know. Just hurry the fucking bitch ass up. Maybe that's why you're taking so damn long. I learned Spanish. I'm sorry. Just doesn't mean that you have to stop. I'm just rushing you. Like, I don't know how my voice interrupts you. Like, unless I'm fucking up your eyeliner. I guess that makes sense. It's like, hurry up.
Don't tell me to hurry up.
Oh, gosh. Rarity, we're gonna... I say gonna one more time! Rarity, we're going to dinner. It ain't that big of a deal. It ain't that big a deal. I don't see an of there. Of needs to go fuck itself, okay? What? Oh. I read the line right below, oh no, and then it said Rarity cocked her head. I'm like, all I read was cocked. I'm like, something happened, you know what I'm saying? Something cocked. Like, something cocked, but it wasn't her head, you know what I'm saying? What can I say? She won't appreciate me weaseling around the question. In fact, it might just make her angrier. What if I don't say anything? Would that work? No, if you don't. And like, that's a death wish. Like, are you going to answer my question? I'm speechless. Yep, that's the right word. You're beautiful. No matter what, you're always beautiful. That's how you win an argument. There you go. Great. So come on then. Get your fat flank out the door. Why did I say that? Oh my god! Dang it, Rarity, I'm sorry! Ah, fuck! I cringed at myself, like, after I said that, like, at that moment, you knew you fucked up. Damn it! I should just live on the couch. This is why I don't write poetry! This is why I'm a dude in this relationship! I fuck up all the time! Rarity, come back with that sexy ass! Like, how dare you call me fat? I'm sorry! I was just saying that because I thought we were joking about the dress! You pig! I'm sorry! So much for you getting this ass tonight! Damn it! Damn it! Fuck me sideways, I should have just lied! I should have just lied!
Applejack lazily flipped through one of the Can I read this? Can I please English properly? Can I English properly? Why did I turn to a British accent? Seriously? Come on! I'm going to try that again. Seriously. Why can't I English? It made sense that her marefriend always chose this particular couch to faint on. Can I English? There is no two ons, please. Can I English? Can I read this? Is my glasses in the right prescription? Well, yes, it is. I just have to try that again. Applejack asked, glancing towards the clock on the wall. The hour hand was getting worse. Worse. Can I please read this? Please read! I'm gonna try this again. Applejack asked, glancing towards the wall. The wall. I skipped a few words. My God! Can my eye see that? Please, almighty! Let me try that again. She heard an indignant huff. I will be ready as soon. I seriously need to learn my English, even though I am proper. Try that again. Try that again, darling. Yes. Oh, excuse me. I was trying to giggle, but apparently I have something that's caused my throat to tickle. Pardon me, darling. I'll try that again. Applejack glanced at the clock, which now... Can I read correctly? Pinky, you're not in the story. There you go.